So part one of this video is how to take a solid cast of a mold that you already have, a commercial mold, completely change it so then it becomes yours and you can make a mold and sell that. We're going to use these as blanks is all, and I'm going to show you how I do that. It's completely legal. Everything's good. The second thing that I'm going to show you in this video is how to take your mold, completely change it to make something really cool and unexpected. We're going to be combining several different molds today to make one thing. So sit back, relax, and I hope I inspire you to make something cool.
Part 1. Morph your mold.
So after this is done, you can see I just used waste clay. Nothing special, but it is a solid piece. So the first thing I'm going to do, let me see if I can do this with the camera still looking, is I'm going to change this from a child to an adult. A child has lots of fat. What we're going to do is we're going to press these cheeks down a little bit. You can see all of a sudden it's changed the way this thing looks. So then at the sides of the mouth, we're also going to push that down. Now, we're going to raise the chin and we're going to sharpen the jaw. So bring the jaw down. And it's nice if you've got the nice sculpting tools to do this with. And I've ordered a new set, but they're not in yet. Not that it's going to change this one, not one iota, but might make it easier for some of y'all. Especially when you're looking at trying to get something extremely smooth to make another mold out of it. There's step one. We're going to do it again. Leave the high cheekbones in. Bring it down for the chin. You see how it's already changing shape? Bring the high cheekbones. Bring these back down. And this one, the ears are really set far back for this doll, so I'm probably going to move the ears up a little bit for the adult. And remember what they say, you have the same size eyes when you're little as you do when you're grown, or from when you're born. I don't know. I forget how that goes. I think you're born with the same size eyes you'll always have, but your nose and your ears never quit growing. That's why old people have really big noses and long ears. So we're going to take advantage of that knowledge. And on this one, we're going to point the nose a little more. Bring it up. The upper and bottom lip, we're going to thin them out because as we get older, the lips thin. And we get a little movement there in the side of our cheeks as well. Come to the lip up, from the lip up, and then bring it down. So now that we have both sides in here and have it scored, we didn't slip because there's no need for that. The clay's much too wet. We're going to put these together. There we go, getting a little resistance. That's what we want. If you need to take something like this, to clamp it down on there, to squeeze it, be super careful. Put some wood here. Put something here to distribute the weight, or you might crack your mold right in half. So on that, I say use it sparingly. Use your own weight. It's kind of better. Okay, good ears on this one. Kind of a big seam, but that's all right because we're going to take all this off. All this will come off. Remove your seams. Then you're left with the doll head. Now we're going to start manipulating it, changing it, making it into what we want. You need this to be round, then we're going to have to get another piece of clay and put it on here, which is fine. You want your ears to be elven, do it now. The main thing is let's get it exactly the way we want it. Kind of let it dry up a little bit, and then we'll smooth it perfect. All right, so the same thing on the other one. This is a more mature face, but it's still childlike with this. So we're gonna push this in. And just with that, automatically you can see a change. I mean, it's quick. Watch out for the cheeks now, because we're not gonna get too old. See how we're coming in? So now there's defined cheeks. We're going to come from the nose and the mouth down. That automatically adds a little bit of age. We're going to make her a middle-aged elfin monster anyway. Well, not monster, just elf. Elfin, I mean, true elves aren't cute. You're right. So bring this up. We're going to define underneath the ear. And then roll our finger, because we're going to want this sharp coming in, and then pull it down. You see how that automatically gave her that good, strong look? So we're going to do the same thing on this one. We're going to come from the ear. You can come down a little bit and then over, or just in. This is a doll, so I'm just going to come in. I'm sculpting someone's face. You know, obviously do it the way they actually look, which is going to be down and in. Okay, I want her face a little more narrowed. So we're going to narrow this and narrow the chin, which is going to make it look even older, give her an older looking face. You see how we changed this? So quick, so easy. Now, to be able to actually call this a blank and then call this ours, make a mold of it, and be able to sell it without getting our pantsuit off, we have to change everything. You can't leave the eyes the same, the ears, of course I'm not, because I'm making the elven ears on this. I will come back and fix this to where there's no undercuts. I just want to show y'all how easy it is. So on this right here, we're wanting defined brow. She's not human, remember, and she's older. Children have that smooth forehead like that. Older women do not. So we're going to bring that in, make sure we round it out. Come in here and straight up, in and over, in and over. You see how that's changed? Then come down around the face. Now we're just going to smooth this out. We don't want her to look too old, so make sure there's no lines that you could probably perceive as a wrinkle. Don't do that. See how this has changed dramatically? And if her face is still too wide, just pinch it in. I mean, this is your look. This is your doll now. So change it to the look that you want. I want her mouth downturned. I just need to take my tools and I'm going to round this out. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to reach around a camera stand to show y'all how to do this. So it is not going to be perfect. I will have to turn the camera off and actually work on it to make it perfect. But as far as the eyes go, I'm going to come in and remove that eyelid because she is going to be a fairy. So I'm going to remove that and smooth it back out. Come over here and we're going to pull this down more and smooth this out. And once I get done with this, to clean up the little bits of stuff that's left, I'll take a paintbrush and we'll smooth all of this out. If you need to leave that eyelid the way it is for whatever you're doing, don't. You need to change it in some way, because remember, this is a blank. You can't use someone else's work. If you're not good at the sculpting, just practice. It'll come to you. Believe me, it will come to you. All right, so we're going to pull that out. And we're going to put it back in higher. So that's where these cool little tools come in, these rubber tip tools. So we're putting the eyelids, oh, that's way too high. Lord have mercy. All right, smooth that back out. And there we go. Then come back in with the same size, the best you can. You see? Now we have created our own eyes. We are not using anything from the mold. And it looks really rough right now, of course, because I can't really reach around to do any of this. Now, the only thing, after I get the symmetry right, then I have to look for undercuts. I have to fix any undercuts, like there's several here that need to be fixed. The nostrils, clearly. I still don't have my chin exactly the way I want it. So we started with this, and this is what we've morphed it into. From a child to a very scary fairy adult. You see the difference in really everything. No eyelids on this one. The ears I'm certainly not done with because I want them smooth. Sorry, I have to hold it this way. I've got a camera here. And I have not rounded the head. So all of that is still the same. The neck is more slender, the jowl, the chin. I like those eyes. Gave her a pronounced upper lip, turned the nose up, and pronounced cheeks.
Part 2, Combining Molds.
We're going to take this doll mold. Makes a pretty good sized doll. Well, the body and the head, so about this big. And we're going to turn him into a dragon. Not sure exactly how I'm going to do this yet. That's why I poured a variety of molds so I can kind of work my way through it and you get to see the process that I go through. I thought it might be fun for you. So this will work with any kind of molds. So take 4 molds or 5 molds that you have sitting around and just pour them. And then look at them, look at the blank space on them and look to see how you can change them to make them your own. This one right here is, I don't even know which kind this is. The Ultimate Collection, Dawn 1991. I don't even see a maker on this. Okay, so I will show you the kind of, well, you know, size of the doll that we're going to be working with. Pretty good size, not huge, because we don't want huge, not for this. Not bad. It's not a poochy baby body, and it's not a mature human male body or female body. It's kind of a weird in the middle. That's why when I saw it, I immediately thought, this one will be good for what I need it for. Toonish thing, see? Not bad. Good sized doll. But I also want this to still look like a doll. So I didn't want to just do a dragon ride, take all these dragon molds and fish molds and just kind of morph them together to make something. That's not the look I'm going for. I want it to be a little boy dragon. Once again, it's perfect. You see how it's coming together? I'll hold it up for you. This one is a very old 1996. I actually make and sell these still. And they're gargoyle candle holders. I think, don't get the line, but I think you can still buy this mold. I'd have to look up to see, but I saw them for sale not too long ago, new, brand new. And being as there's no more companies that really, that I know of, that design and sell molds in the United States, they're getting a little more valuable. That's the first one. The second one that I thought maybe there was something I could use, and I don't know yet. I've never made one of these. This is just an idea that I thought I would go through with you so you could see how I do it. I've had this forever too. I think this is around the same time, isn't it? 96. I don't know. And he's okay. I liked his tail, and I like his horns, and I really like the line on his back. That to me is pretty cool. So I wanted to pour him and just see who's who and what's what. The wings on this one are spectacular. They come out really far, but I'm gonna show you. They touch the knee right here. They don't on this side, which is super cool, like that. But on this, I would have to sculpt that out. And I may end up doing it, I don't know. That's why I poured it, because I want to see. Yet another dragon. This isn't, I don't know what this is. This doesn't look like a normal fairy tale dragon. It looks like a cross between like a dinosaur and dragon. But the wings, once again, are kind of cool. So we will see which one wins. See, the wings are attached to its body. I like its mohawk, though. We might steal the mohawk for the head. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good one. And be as precise as possible. And don't cut it right where you need it. Cut it out a little bit. Like this. So you still have room to trim and smooth and attach. On the back, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to come out and then in, which will give us something good to attach to. And on this right here, the ear, you can't really do that, so we're kind of stuck with what we got on that one. Okay, so here's one wing. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're going to do the same thing on this. We're going to come in. We're going to come out because we need to be able to attach it to the shoulder blade and then give ourselves a little room to work. And this one's kind of different size, unfortunately. Okay. The only way we could get them perfect is if we sculpted them ourselves. And the whole point of this is so we don't have to do that. All right, I really like the backbone, but I don't like the tail. So we're going to scavenge a little bit of the backbone here. And there's nothing else that we can salvage from this, I don't think, unless we wanted to get really crazy and take part of the face and morph the face. That's actually pretty close to the same size, isn't it? If you wanted to make a mask for it and put it on there and change the whole dynamic, we could, but I'm not gonna. So save your scraps. Okay, so that's our first mold. We've gotten everything we can off of it. We save all of our scraps for our waste molds. Don't throw them away and don't let them dry out. We're gonna start a pile. Okay, so the next one, I was also thinking about kind of taking his horns. I like his horns. And I like his spine a little better. So I'm gonna scavenge that, and I'm going to probably go ahead and get the wings off this, even though they're not my favorite. I still wanna kind of take a look. Now the feet on this are really cool too, but I think his toes are spread just a little too far apart. But maybe we can change them and make something work. Okay, so let's do some surgery. And I don't think we really need all of that. Lost a little bit. We're going to save that over here. Save that. Now we can get the horns. This one. Then this guy. The tail is kind of cool, but it's too wrapped up. It's too tight. Everything on this is very compact. The only thing I see I can use is going to be this mohawk for now. So we're going to take that mohawk out of there. We might actually use that. Wings, I mean, I don't really like the idea, but we're going to try it. Okay. So we could flatten that out and just make them together instead of one on either side. So we'll see how that looks later. Is there anything else we can scavenge from this? I don't think so. No. More of a dinosaur looking thing anyway. All right, so we're done with that. Next, we got this guy. Love his wings. We're gonna take these off. Don't really care for his ears slash horns, whatever they are. I like them teeth though. So let's just take the wings off this guy. Okay, take this off. Anything else? Don't like his tail. Looks like a dog from behind. Don't care for that. The big toothy grin. We could superimpose that, but I think that would make it look too wicked. I'm not going for that look on this one, although I may use that on a different design. Now, the fish. I saw the fish when I was going through molds, just looking for pieces, parts, and I really like these fins because I thought I could run them down the back. So I'm going to individually cut these out because I don't need them attached to anything. I'm running out of room here. And this is poured pretty thick, so we should have, yeah, a solid fin. All right, good. Let's pull the scales off a couple of these fish if we can. We might be able to get a few more scales out of this, but other than that, I think we've done our due on that. And I think we have plenty anyway for what we're gonna do. All right, so now this is more scrap. We know what we want the doll to look like. We want it to look like a dragon. We have an idea of what the doll will look like when it's done. It's going to be more of an adolescent looking male, pretty tall. So let's start with the head, I think. I really like the idea of these horns on either side, but I like the mohawk wherever it went. I like the mohawk going down the center. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Let's see here. Now, if you want to make it quirky, you can make one up and one down. I think that would look stinking adorable. Let your imagination go wild when you're doing this for yourself. Now on these, it's still damp enough that we can manipulate them. So we're gonna thin it out. We're gonna get some slip, and we're going to slip and score these to the head where we want them. Okay, we're gonna do that on both sides. See how thick this is? We're going to really thin it out. We don't need it that thick. And it's fun to look at all of your molds and just look at them as blanks. Look at them of what you could turn them into. What do you think? Kind of looks a little devilly at the moment, but wait until we get done. It's gonna look more dragon-like. So first we're gonna mark this so we know what we're doing. And if y'all are following along, if you've got molds that are kind of similar to this, just make sure that you don't go too deep with any of this stuff. Remember, these are hollow. We're not working with solid anymore. I'm gonna slip and score both sides. Now, once they're on here, you can take a tool or your finger. You might need to push on the back side. You could do that with a paintbrush, or you can cut this a little wider and do it with your finger. I'm just going to do it with my tools here and the paintbrush. But if I needed this a little smoother, I'd probably end up having to put a paintbrush up in the head and push back on it. But for this demonstration, I'm not going to do that. And if I end up really liking this design, then I'll offer them. Okay. So now I want to put the mohawk on. And I want it to come kind of high up on his forehead, right about here, and then come down. And it's not that long. I wish this would have been longer, but that's okay. I have a plan. I have an idea. So we're going to slip and score both sides, just as we're going to do everything from here on out. I'm not even going to tell you to. You should know to do that. A little bit of the scales attached. That's kind of cool. I have a habit of overworking my things to where I start losing detail. Don't be like me on that. Let's look and see what we like. We can skip around. Oh yeah, that's good. That goes kind of down the crack there at the bottom. That's perfect, really. Run it down the spine. Now we just have to find something from here to here. If not just glaze, something. I'll think about it. So for now, let's attach this, and this kind of gives a hint of a tail, like we do always. We slip and score, slip and score, slip and score. Right. Now keep in mind the legs still need to move, and on this one, they move out like that because of how they are. So when you open the leg, it doesn't come up, it kind of comes up and out. So we can't have anything impeding that. All right, move this one over. Now the only thing I'm going to do is the same thing I did over here, is I'm going to smooth these sides down and try not to lose any detail. I won't sit and walk you through that. I'll kind of fast forward it, but still show you so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so here's the spine, and this needs to harden up a little bit before I can finish cleaning it, because I'm just gouging it and pushing it around at this point. So this needs to firm up, and then I will come back in and crisp everything up. Not until, you know, it gets completely dry, but pretty close. Okay, so this is what we've got working on at the moment. Okay, so I want to do something here, and I don't know what yet. Something cool. We do have this piece of spine, and we still have this little piece of spine here. I might just use this one because it matches. We're gonna start right here, pretty much on top of this one, and come down to about there with it. Chances are you might have these exact same molds, because the molds that I chose and that I'm using, some of these you can still buy. Those were pretty common. They made a ton of them because they were super popular, and you can still find them pretty cheap on eBay and brand new in one of these sites. I can't remember the name of it right now, but they sell new molds. I mean, they're not making anymore, but you know, they're new as far as they have the master molds to a bunch of this outdated 80s and 90s molds. All right, so that works. Blend it in. Yeah, that's okay. I think if I'd have given that a little more thought, it might have turned out a little better. So now that we kind of have a feel for what he looks like, now we're going to talk about some wings. So these wings are okay. They will go, where's the other one? No. Here. They actually will attach all the way down onto the body, come up to the arm. I really like these wings. Let's look at some of the other ones. These wings weren't my favorite, but when you lay them on here, they're kind of cute, but they look more like angel wings or something. I don't, well, not from the back, they don't, but from the front, it's more like of an angel wing thing. So, and this was a good idea. I like this, to have the single wing, because it's not going to impede the arm movement. It's going to be less fragile because you're just going to have that on the back. The problem is I like the spine better. So once again, this is going to be a no. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with these. And you know I put those on backwards. Make sure you put them on right. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with these for our Dragon Boy. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Y'all know how to slip and score. You know how to put it on. You know how to smooth it out. I'll just show you the process that I go through, so we're not here for too many hours. good. I get these, so they're just plain rubber stamps, but I have them make them without a backing on it. So they're movable, so I can, you know, press my name into even something that's curved. Like maybe the bottom of this foot. That would be a good place for it. Let's see if I can make it work. Yep. Okay, so I'll put the name at the bottom of the foot. That's done enough for now. When it completely dries, I will come back, clean everything up, smooth this out, put more definition. Where we've lost some of the scales, I'm going to put the scales back in. And there's the body. Does he look like a dragon boy? I like it. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the damp box so it doesn't dry out too much. I just want it to firm up. I don't want it to dry out. So we're gonna put it in the damp box, and probably tomorrow morning I will work on it some more and do all the fine tuning. But for now, I think I've overworked it. If I can manage to make it work. As far as the arms go, I just don't really want to do much to them. I want more of the boy to show for some reason, but I don't want him to look plain. I don't know what to do. Okay, so this is after sitting covered. It's firmed up. It looks really good. The head came out really well. I like the way the mohawk turned into the scales. Everything looks good. Kind of looks like the kid from Malcolm in the Middle. Well, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Anyway, the back turned out super great. Front, I love the front. I love the scales pooching out. I love the scales that are just morphing out of him. They kind of look like holding the wings on up here with the scales. Everything turned out really good. I'm happy with it. I will cover this again so it can dry covered. The hands, all I did was point the fingers and put some scales on each one. Everybody still awake? I know it gets kind of boring sitting and watching someone else do all the fun stuff, right? But I hope I inspired you to dig through your molds and get your 80s and 90s molds that are really boring, and let's press clay into them, take them out, and sculpt some masterpieces. Sculpt something that you can make a mold out of and create your own items. Or get 5 or 6 molds, pour them just so you can have them sitting in front of you, and then let's cut them up and put them back together. One of the viewers called it Frankensteining. We've called it that too. It's pretty fun. So you just take a piece here, and you put them all together and make something completely different. There's actually a professional word for that, and I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll leave it right here for y'all. Check out this video, and I'll see you later. Thanks.